What's going on, queens and kings? This is your boy, the Black Gandalf, coming at you with another episode of The Vibes, A New Wave. B'Anna, what's poppin'?
Man, what's good? How everybody doing? You know, we just go do a little check-in, because I ain't gonna lie, your girl vibration been a little off this week.
Oh, damn.
But you know, still trucking, still moving, but it's okay to do a little check-in. How was your week? How was you doing mentally?
Hold on. Hell no. We ain't gonna pass through that. We got a whole full moon outside, man. We supposed to be manifesting and gaining how we want to carry this next wave.
Remember, full moons is for releasing.
Oh, well, look, you know better than me. So, yeah, your week was just rocky. It was on the
rocky. It's mostly for those people that's like into a lot of spiritual work. I had it, and I get this often. It's so annoying. I had an impromptu, and your sister might know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I had an impromptu shadow work.
I sure don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. Impromptu. A lot of times it's when maybe aspects of your older self,
mm-hmm.
or maybe there's still stuff to heal, because we're always healing.
Facts.
That resurface. And it's kind of like when you're in that raw state and you're constantly trying to figure out what's wrong with me now. And what is it that I need to heal now? What is it that I need to fix? And like, I got to go through these emotions and I got to address stuff. And
I understand you now. Holy schmack.
Yeah, shadow work.
Wow. So I guess if I want to extend to that, I've been having vivid dreams lately.
Mm.
And I'm talking about more so to the point to where, you know, my mind is not clouded no more. It's what I call it, occasional now. But now that I'm just really to myself and well intact with my well-being and just who I really am, my dreams have been so vivid, but there's been messages in the fucking dreams that make me wake up literally in the middle of the night and question, hell nah. For real? Why was that person in my dreams? But it was like, when I say it was so vivid, it's like I was there. And it wasn't even a situation that happened. Could have been like I just hopped to another universe of myself and like literally saw a whole situation happen. I just woke up like,
well, you know when they say when you dream, you're probably just astral planed into another dimension.
I truly believe that too.
Yeah.
Look, queens and kings, this ain't what the episode is about. We just coming through and we just
checking in.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Just a mental check. But you know what? Just to get it back on like the content, you probably gonna laugh about it. So when you are in these raw states where sometimes you may feel a little down, the vibration's a little rocky, what music do you gravitate towards, or what track have you been introduced to that has triggered like the type of music that you would go for in those type of moments, or if you're in like a down state, a sad state?
See, with me, I have strictly a playlist called Hard Times, and I use that playlist in order just to feel again. And when I say feel again, I mean like feel as if like right now it's no emotion. I don't have it's emotion, but it's not that depressing emotion. And I strictly have a playlist that I put like my depressing music in, and I go there and I legitimately start to feel where I came from before.
What does it consist of? Like what artists, what genres?
I have Whiskey Lullaby on there. I have
Whiskey Lullaby.
Yeah.
Who's that guy?
Oh shit! Don't be tempting me like that.
I didn't say play.
No, I'm not playing it.
Oh, okay. Because you said don't be tempted. I was like, no, I wasn't tempted to play.
Not tempting, but like I really don't know that. It's a country artist though. It's a country song.
A country song.
And man, them country songs they hit deep with the storytelling. But
you will feel
what is this brother name?
You will feel it.
Brad Paisley.
Oh, bro, I know Brad Paisley.
Yeah,
Who don't know Brad Paisley?
Shit, I don't know Brad Paisley.
He's one of the staple country singers today. Everybody knows Brad Paisley. I believe he has a song with Carrie Underwood that I like. I think it's called Remind Me. It's like they walking in the desert towards each other. And they like, remind me. But yeah, everybody love Brad Paisley. What else? Like, so country music.
So I got Say You Won't Let Me Go. I got Lucid Dreams. I Left Because I Love
Juice
You.
WRLD?
Yeah. I got Sammy. I Left Because I Love You, and it's a whole lot I could just go on about, but they all songs that like hit a time back in my life to where I remember how I felt with these songs.
Yeah.
And I strictly took them off my playlist because I'm not feeling like that no more. But I built the playlist for them just in order for me so I could feel something. So that's kind of weird.
Would you say yours are more like melancholy and slow?
Yes,
or
definitely. There's no hardcore anything on here because I'm just I'm an R&B type of dude. I like to sing behind the vocals of my favorite artists at the time, and I feel like if I'm rapping to something and I'm going along with that artist, then I'm probably pissed off or I'm just hyped.
Yeah.
But when I'm just like legitly randomly sad or just feeling down for no reason, my energy could literally leave my body and somebody outside would question me like, bro, you good? Like, I'm like, nah, I'm cool. Like, I'm cool for sure. But I guess it's just
it's one of them
just
days.
one of them energies.
Yeah.
Like, it's like an energy flip off switch.
Yeah.
Like you feeling cool, you off like pre-workout and just amped up, and then next thing you know, all of a sudden you just like, damn.
It's a slump. Well, that's so wild. But I guess I'm not surprised that like yours still goes towards like more like a melancholy R&B feel.
I make myself cry, like with my playlist.
I have been trying to cry because I know sometimes a good cry would help, but I can't cry. I'm not gonna front y'all. Of course, as we already know, I'm completely opposite than our Black Gandalf here. My emo kid comes out. I was an emo kid, as people would try to label me, but I'll go for Dre. You will hear a lot of rock music from me. You will hear.
Who we talking? Like Breaking Benjamin? We talking Papa Roach? We talking Disturbed?
You'll get some of that. Like, I feel like that's more when I'm in kind of like a high energy, but it's like the more. What's that phase where they say where you're in when they say like you're in denial and your stuff, now you're in anger. When I'm at anger, you get down with the sickness and stuff. You get like all that stuff and like Papa Roach and stuff. But when I'm like sad, like emotional, I go towards like a lot of melancholy songs as well. But I go towards, you probably don't know these bands, but like I Set to Kill, Fate. Escape the Fate. Falling in Reverse, like a bunch of like different artists like that. And you know something, sometimes it's even when I'm in that emotional state, the feeling can be triggered by artists of this time that obviously took the sound and style of that time. So right now there's this very popular song with this boy named Kid Laroi, and he has a feature with Justin Bieber.
Oh man!
And it's called "Stay." And I've been hearing it. It's been super popular on TikTok. It's a very super popular song that people like to use. But when I actually listen to the lyrics and listen to the style of his singing, I was like, this is so like emo alternative music, like, but pop. That's what it is. Or even
it had to be something real, I guess, Justin Bieber-ish for him to say, I'll feature on this track.
Yeah, but it was an opportunity for Justin to be raw as well, because you know he's being very expressional in this moment of what I feel from what I'm seeing from how he's putting himself out there.
So he ain't put no intentions on that song?
No, I think it wasn't like the "is my only intent." No, he was like, because he had this one line in there which I heard it before because my cousin loved the album. What was it called? Faith? I can't remember the album that he put out recently.
Justin?
Yeah, the one with Peaches. And my cousin played it, and I heard a lot of lyrics in it where it's a lot of doubt of self. In
Justice?
Oh, was it called Justice?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Justice, my bad. But in the same lyric, like it reminded me of is somebody that has self-doubt in oneself, and he's expressing that, and I felt that, and I was like, I feel that same feeling that I would feel when I would listen to certain songs that people would like label as like what emo kids listen to. And there was this other guy named Youngblood, and he has a song called 11 Minutes, which he has openly admitted that he takes from like emo and punk rock and stuff like that. But yeah, I gravitate towards like those. Like I will listen to the whole catalog of My Chemical Romance. And if nobody knows the My Chemical Romance, have you watched the Umbrella Academy?
No, I've passed. I don't really be on Netflix like that no more. I literally took Netflix out of my not social platforms, but like my streaming platforms.
Yeah.
And but that was definitely a show I ran across plenty times, but I just never watched it.
It started off as a graphic novel, and it was written by the guy who's the lead singer of My Chemical Romance. And I love pronounce his name right, Gerard. I think his name is Gerard. I love that band. Like they are my absolutely freaking favorite. And they have this one song. It's called Famous Last Words from the Black Parade album, which is my favorite album. And he has this one part where even at the end, he's singing it with such passion. Like he was like, I am not afraid to keep on living and stuff. I was like, I needed that as a kid. I really did. I know like some people's like, what? Yes, as a kid, I needed that. And like, though that's the state that I get to when I'm in those emotional states. So no, I don't gravitate towards like, the melancholy. Well, besides The Weeknd. That's probably the only melancholy biased fan over here. That's the only melancholy type of R&B person I go, or Juice WRLD or XXX. Like they've gotten that because they also had, well, XXX and Ski Mask and Juice WRLD had influence of that style of music as well. Don't worry, y'all, that's Little Dick energy revving up over there. Don't worry, eventually we gonna upgrade, get us a soundproof room.
That slogan though, like
that's what that is. That is what that is.
I got you.
Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. But yeah, that's where I go to when I get in those states, or like, I don't know. That's the type of music I go to. Like you missed the whole show earlier when I was washing dishes, but I think I wasn't angry. It was just making me feel better. But I had on my screamo, like you missed it. Like I had my my bullet for my Valentine. I'm pretty sure like Trey was looking at me like I was crazy because it started off all sweet. It was like then it was like, let's go.
Oh no. I feel like I heard you put one of them on the intermission time one time. I was just looking like,
what the fuck is Drew listening to?
Well, all right. To each his own. Big fact.
Oh Lord.
But look, Queens and Kings, that was the check-in portion of the vibes. We are doing good, as you can see.
And how y'all doing?
Facts. Go ahead and put it down on the comments below on our YouTube page as we continue on with the episode. But this episode is strictly dedicated to the one and only OFR, the future Wolf Haley himself, Dr.TC. We talking Tyler, the Creator.
Another biased artist of mine, y'all. I'm sorry, not sorry.
Let's go.
Get it.
So check this out. B'Anna, when was you first introduced to Tyler, the Creator?
Border Squad. I was first introduced with Border Squad on Adult Swim. And I remember being so fucking hyped to see other black kids who, obviously they're black like me, who are into the same shit. It was pretty much a black Lourdes, a black Jackass.
Yeah,
it was a black Jack, because they came from the same production company,
facts.
Dick House.
So, to throw a little sauce on just Jackass, they're going to be featured on the final film of Jackass, right?
Oh.
Oh shit, that must be new news to you. Facts.
Wait. We getting another Jackass film?
We getting another Jackass.
Is it
film.
Like the final?
It's the final
because
one.
the OGs are old.
They are. So they can't really go through the bullshit that they used to do.
So will we go get Johnny Knoxville?
Everybody from Steve-O,
Bam
the original,
Margera?
everybody.
I love Bam. Bam was always my favorite.
Back on there.
I love Bam.
When I first seen the trailer, I was going to see Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
And we saw the Jackass trailer, but then I saw Jasper, and I was like,
"They got Jasper!"
I was like, the dolphin. And then next thing you know, I saw Taco, and I was like, holy shit! And then next thing you know, the whole Lord Squad was on.
Yes, I feel like they have to because it was because they were a part of them.
Big facts.
Because Lord Squad started 2012, and I think that it says the last episode was 2014. First of all, hold up, quick thing. Do you remember the intro
of Lord Squad?
Yeah,
I never watched it.
Oh, y'all, I'm so hurt. It was like, I like cheese, I like cheese, I like cheese, I like cheese.
I do remember that. Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
Cheese.
It was so random. And then at the end, Lord Squad. Like, one of my favorite skits, and this is going back to like the emo stuff, but Tyler would make fun of it. He was like, I'm emotional. Like, it was, and he would do like these little poetry things. But probably my favorite, most iconic skit is when they made fun of the housewives, and he slammed the shit out of that glass in Jasper's face, and he was just like, "Happy birthday, bitch." He was like, "So you'll give me a birthday gift for my birthday with a birthday gift for my birthday with a birthday gift for my birthday." And he was like, "Happy birthday," and he just smacked the shit out of him. Damn. That shit was too funny. Like, Lord Squad, that was my introduction to Tyler. And then later I found out that they did music.
So what was your first track that really just pulled you down to his catalog? Would you happen to remember, or would it have to be an album?
No, it was I like how my brain just completely let it go. Hold on, like we didn't just watch it.
I feel like my first introduction was Along with the Whole World, and that was from his debut music video of Yonkers.
Yeah, mine was Yonkers. That because I went and looked up, because like YouTube still pretty early. So once I started watching Lord Squad, I wanted to find out more about them, and I went on YouTube and I found Yonkers, and I was like, I like it. I fucking like it.
His wordplay for me, it was that was along the lines of me just coming off of a poetry scene, and really having the art of juggling my words. So whenever I see Tyler come through on a whole different disturbing vibe, it just pulled to me on a dark aura. Like, it was a soul connection. And to see his direction, aside from how he portrayed himself to be different in the music industry, from not coming into the scene as the regular, hip hop statistics of shoot 'em up, drink this, hit that, smash that, flip this. He came through on really dark vibes along the lines of like Satan and hell. Like, you would have thought his lyrics rose from hell.
Yeah.
But it was the sense of, he had the beliefs, but he was like, I'm about to come through on a different approach, aside from what y'all used to, and really fuck heads up. I'm going to turn stomachs as well, which got him banned from the UK. And I guess going back into his first mixtape, Bastard, which is not really on streaming platforms along the lines of a Tidal or Spotify, you actually see why, because of words that I'm not going to really put on here through expression, but it's words that will literally get you canceled in this day and age.
Facts. But I remember at the time, or especially at a younger time, he said like that, and when he was younger, that was just stuff you were just saying anything and everything to cause a rise. You think of it as trolling before trolling was a thing. That's pretty much what that was, and I think that's what also attracted the cult like following of the youth, because I think especially once you use that word, saying I guess I should have seen, or it was inevitable that I would fall for Loiter Squad and Tyler and Odd Future, simply because I also was attracted to darker things. Still am, but like even when I was younger, I was gravitating. I mean, come on, I was listening to death metal and heavy metal. So what Tyler was saying wasn't nothing new to me. Like I'm listening to people screaming over guitar lyrics, but at the same time, when I go back now, another thing that I feel I should have noticed that I would be attracted to Odd Future was my simple love of Wu-Tang and my love of Eminem. So that should have shown me that you're gonna like Odd Future. You like these type of people. Because Eminem is my favorite rapper.
I take that for sure. So check this out, Queens and Kings. Speaking on Tyler the Creator and everything that we just had from the introductions of learning of who a Tyler the Creator is. Today's track of choice is going to be Lumberjack.
Ooh.
And Lumberjack is coming off of his recent, I wouldn't like to call this a mixtape just because I know who DJ Drama is and I know his type of work. And that's all. I think I said I wouldn't like to call this a mixtape. I wouldn't like to call this an album. I would like to call this more so a mixtape just because I know who a DJ Drama is and I know his work. And listening to the album myself, that's literally the direction. It was a Tyler project. It was Tyler's work, his lyrics, but it was also in the form of you listening to Bastard again. And it was
a grown-up bastard.
That part. And to the fact of where he has that notoriety now. He has those features along the lines of a 42 Doug or Lil Wayne. And
he got Wayne early.
Facts.
Wayne had support early.
But that's just because Wayne was literally in his own world, and that's where he respected that Tyler was in his own world.
But I feel like he can also see a bit of himself.
That too.
Because even though people do want to, I feel like don't give Wayne don't get how multifaceted Wayne is, to the point that a lot of people couldn't understand why he gravitated towards Tyler. I'm like, literally look at the time from like 2009-ish of like till 2012. I saw a very alternative side of Wayne, from him diving into his rock to him like even just his style choices, just the way he was going. I was like, a lot of y'all try to sleep on it. I feel like Wayne listened to some heavy metal in the back. Like y'all don't think he do?
He had that song with old buddy during the NBA All-Stars. I remember that was like the first debut of Wayne really coming out with a guitar and shit.
Right. And he had that Prom Queen.
That too.
Prom Queen was very heavily rock.
Really.
That was heavily rock. Y'all sleep.
But listening to Lumberjack and also watching the fresh music video of it. How you feeling about the whole track?
The track or the video?
Both. They all look
I love the
together.
track. It low key is, it's a flex. It's empowering. Flex. It's showing like a growth of a person.
I want to say more so a sneak diss to the industry as well.
A sneaky good diss, an expensive good diss.
But on the flex level, you would say it's like I could connect this to Rusty off his Goblin album, and that was basically him saying, back then on that second debut album, it was like, y'all know y'all not fucking with me just because of the shit that I'm saying, but y'all gonna be fucking with me whenever I get this Grammy and shit. And then he came through on here like on them same vibes, but
man, it just goes back and it makes me think about during Flower Boy, when you could tell there was even though he knew how the industry, saw him, he acknowledges it. You could tell he wanted that. He wanted that grab, like just from the little wince that he gave in that camera. Facts. Because I think that year they gave it to Kendrick, and he was just like, because I think he lost to Damn. I think it was Damn. I'm not sure, but he had like a little wince, and then to come back and then win one. It was, to me, I felt like it was well earned. But
on his mixtape Bastard, he actually addressed that. He was like, I'm going to win a Grammy,
Yep.
but I also want my mama to come up there and celebrate with me and the homies.
and she came
You
and she
feel
was
me?
crying. It
Come
was
on
it was
now.
so sweet. And but he now when we talk about this video, that was very XXX Tentacion with that 1 minute 19 seconds.
Dog,
That was such a tease.
It was, but I guess on a promo level,
Yeah.
the way I look at promo now, I could appreciate it for what it is. But on a fandom level, that would have pissed me off if that was like just what it was, like a little teaser into go listen to my project.
All right, now go listen to my shit. But
like,
you know what? It's a marketing tool.
It is.
That a lot of people, especially after XXX, started doing, because XXX even announced it because somebody did ask him why the 1 minute songs. Why the 1 minute? Well, he during an interview he said it leaves you wanting more, which is fucking true. You're gonna keep wondering. That's why when I actually got a XXX song that was 3 minutes long, I was like, hold the fuck up. I was like, hold up. What y'all put on loop? What the fuck? I'm used to getting 1 minute of some bomb ass shit, and then all of a sudden XXX is just like, bye. Come back and listen to the next one. And to see that a lot of people are kind of getting into that, because to me, at least for me, the only other person I saw do that, now I don't think it was her choice to do that because she was not happy with it, was Tiana Taylor. When she had that mixtape, it was a big acronym.
Was it the one with Faith on it?
No, it's wait, what? It's the one with Rose and Harlem. It's the one where she laying on the mattress.
Okay. That
You
was the cover. That was the cover photo, right?
Yeah, I think it was like K something. Hold on.
I think that was the one I'm talking about. That was produced by Kanye.
Yeah. It was produced by Kanye.
Exactly.
Ooh, excuse me, y'all. Completely burned.
That was a whole.
That was
like 2.
Like
I scored at a 2.
A 2?
That was weak.
Excuse me, I wasn't trying to burn. I wasn't trying. I'm sorry, I'm just drinking a bunch of ginger ale.
But if you gonna do it, you do it with some bass.
I wasn't trying to. But no, yeah, it was the one that was produced by Kanye, and I believe she was on, I don't remember what interview she was on, if it was Breakfast Club. Where we at? Oh, okay. It was KTSE. And I could tell that was something they were trying to do because the songs were very short, but she wasn't happy with that. She didn't like that the album was so short.
On another conversation, I want to dive into that probably on a track of choice when it come down to Kanye or just anybody through Good Music records, but Kanye did majority to half of his artists damn near wrong.
Oh yes.
And but look, Queens and Kings, before we dive into the track of choice, let me tell you a little bit about this, which is coming off our great source of genius.com, where lyrics can be found. So Lumber is apparently the lead single from Call Me If You Get Lost. Tyler boasts his material wealth and addresses his haters over an abrasive beat that contrasts as much of his more melodic production. The song instrumental heavily samples the August 1994 Gravediggers cut, 2 Cups of Blood. So, diving into this track of choice, here is Tyler, the Creator's Lumberjack. Oh, and one more thing. To our YouTube fans, if you would like to hear this track, you'll have to go to the search bar, listen to it, then come back and listen to us indulge on our commentary section, along with our Spotify platform, where you could also hear the experience of the full track and the show as we continue to roll on.
Welcome back, kings and queens. Of course, you know we are at the commentary section of our lovely podcast. We're going to break down the lyrics to Lumberjack. You ready?
Yes, indeed.
All right, let's get it. Well, we're going to go straight to the chorus section, since the first portion is what we see as an intro to the chorus. Tyler starts off with Rolls Royce pull up black boy hop out. Shout out to my mother and my father didn't pull out. MSG sell out. Fuck these niggas yap out. Whips on whips, my ancestors got their backs out. Too far, 500 stacks for the hood. Call me Lumberjack, cause I wish a nigga would. Race, do it look like this a wish a nigga could face. They ain't getting paper like they should. Wait. So one standout lyric that Black Gandalf already had, which everybody should, like that's how he's opening up the song. That's what he opened up with in his performance was the Rolls Royce pull up, black boy hop out. Shout out to my mother and my father didn't pull
Hold up.
out. He say hold up, I say pull out.
Look. Nah, I said hold up just because that's how he really started it off on the beginning of the song. He told everybody hold up.
He said hold up now.
I had to add that little ad lib on top.
The thing that get me is like, of course, we got the obvious flex of a Rolls Royce pulls up and a black boy hops out.
Facts.
You know what most people do want to stereotype who is allowed or who you typically would see pull out with a luxury car of that nature, and you see not only a black boy, a young black boy.
Facts.
Because at the end of the day, he's still young. He's still young in youth, and especially in how he just is in spirit. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, we got the ultimate standout. Shout out to my mother and my father didn't pull out. And just like how they put in Genius when we clicked on that lyric before about like how in his previous work, Tyler always expressed the resentment of growing up without a father and the fact that his dad didn't show up. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, seeing, although no, he was not present, had you not been the seed to plant me, I wouldn't be here. So it's like, me and my friend call people like that sperm donors. But it's like, you know, I mean, shout out to that, especially like, you know, not all of us was playing. I was a oopsie.
Like, I feel like that's the only piece of acknowledgement I ever just seen Tyler give to his
legit
father.
That's probably the nicest.
Say you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all.
What was that? I hope he answered.
But when I call,
I hope you pick up your phone.
He said I want to send him an email in all detail.
Yeah, God damn it.
But like, yeah, if you haven't been an OF fan, if you haven't been a part of the cult since like, I want to say either Wolf or Goblin or like either Bastard.
Shoot, I would say like around like 2011 or so, 2011, 12.
Definitely. So like, if you ain't know nothing about just any of that, Tyler really just like B'Anna said, resentment for his father. It was all hatred just because, damn, my nigga, you bust that one nut and you just dip on us. Like, but that's typical black statistics, though.
I would say, you know, and yeah, it is typical for people to say typical black statistics, or the fact like growing up without a father. But I feel like that's just typical, especially in this day and age. A lot of us, I would say, millennial to Gen Z, at least a good half of us grew up without a biological parent.
Facts.
A good half. And the thing about it is like, yeah, the stereotype wants to be that it's father, but sometimes it's mom. I mean, even you and I could vouch. Ours was mom. It wasn't father's, actually. It was mother's. So it goes to show. But I think that was another thing that also drew me to Tyler. It's somebody else out there in the spotlight with a similar story.
Facts, and how we could just connect it through just opposite lenses.
Yeah.
So that's like, for me, like you said earlier, that was definitely the one line that pulled out just in my eyes from the chorus alone. The little piece of acknowledgement to his father, aside
the
from
nicest ever.
The nicest acknowledgement to his father. Like, when you hear the lyrics that he just addressed to his pops, do you vividly see his dad in the background somewhere of a bar just thinking, this little motherfucker still keeping me in his name? Like,
but he said at least this was nice this time. He gave me a shout out. I didn't pull out this time.
Like, hey, y'all, that's my son. He gave me
my shut your bum ass up. Go sit down.
Like, hell nah.
Nah, I don't. Yeah, I would definitely say that was like the definitely nicest. So, what do you think? What do you think he meant by MSG sellout?
When I hear MSG, I kind of think of oh shit, MSG is Madison Square Garden. So that's apparently what it says right there on.
I was waiting for you to say like when people would be like, they ain't got no MSG in it.
Hell nah, we ain't talking about no food.
But yeah.
Like
But
no
yeah,
GMOs,
he
no none of that shit.
Why I think about that episode of Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy when she ate that chicken ball. And she was like, is this full of MSG? Okay, y'all, I'm done. But yeah, like Madison Square Garden sellout. Fuck y'all niggas, y'all about. Man, I sell this shit. I make, man.
Oh shit! So during the Igor album, he sold at the Madison Square Garden building.
Yeah.
Facts. That's a big flex. Actually, coming from how, like he said, DJ Khaled gave him that whole disrespectful comment.
Hey, like, but the way Tyler addressed it on the interview, it was somebody that's where his entire acknowledgement stems from. Like, he responded in full ego. He was hating, and Tyler just stayed quiet and went on about his business. Could he have said something? Yeah, but he chose not to. Let those numbers and my following and my number one speak for that. Since you want to sit there and hate on it.
That connects that line. Okay, facts. I'm on board. I've been on board. I'm a slow mind, but I come back.
I'm not dealing with him, y'all. Okay, what else we got?
Whips on whips. My ancestors got their backs out. So basically, I would connect that without even just pulling up the little information that Genius provided on there. Whips on whips, my ancestors got their backside. I would connect that to Industry Baby, Lil Nas X. Basically saying I'm not about to dedicate myself to you little quote unquote slave masters in the background of the production room to where I'm gonna come through and take the direction y'all want me to, which is why we recently watched on his Grammy reaction video that he was thanking his producers in the beginning to really trust the vision that he had alongside with his crew. So it's basically saying I took the direction I took without getting whipped in my back, aside from you industry babies, and
pretty much take the slave contracts and hope that you can pay it off to get that freedom. And he kept it. Kept his. Yeah, and that's real. Like, that's real. And then he goes on to say, call me, what we get? No, 500 stacks for the hood. What you think that
Call
reference?
Me Lumberjack, cause I wish a nigga would race. Do it like this the wish a nigga could face. like you said, this track was like basically big flex. Aside from
this,
like,
you know what this was? This was Tyler's ape shit.
From Jay-Z and Beyonce.
This was Tyler's flex. This was Tyler's ape shit. Ape shit was big flex.
I didn't even listen to that album.
You didn't have to listen to the album fully. Now, that was just a reconciliation of them coming back together after they did their two separate projects.
Yeah.
But Ape Shit, the rest of the album was all love. Ape Shit was a full flex track. Along with Mood Forever. You can't tell me those were not flex tracks. Who the hell can rent out the Louvre? Who can afford to rent out one of the most famous museums in France?
Damn.
That holds the Mona Lisa.
Oh shit.
Big fucking flex. This was Tyler's flex.
Take that.
This was his flex.
Especially, like, I guess if I want to get down to a little farther than where we at right now. But like, I feel like what made me put this track on my playlist was coming off of verse 2 when he recites. He says, used to treat me like that boy off Malcolm in the Middle. Now I'm seeing 00000. And listening to this whole project, Call Me Whenever You Get Lost, that line definitely resembles like Big Flex, because like they used to doubt my dude back then. They used to not really fuck with his whole aura, his whole vibe, or just where he was coming from in the music industry. And like now he stepped into a different element, like coming off of Flower Boy or Igor, to step down to more jazzy type feels, to where he just really loved jazz. You got this now.
I'm telling y'all, like he loved, like as much as like people don't, if you're not a big fan of Tyler, or if you don't like look at like the different stuff that he actually gravitates towards, like I went to his concert. I went to the Igor concert.
Word?
Yeah.
How was that?
Bruh. And I'm an introvert. I don't like to go out and stuff like that, but I went to the Reliant little stadium by myself.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's where it was at.
Damn, I went to a Black concert by myself, but that shit, I was there like I was with a whole fucking crew. I was bopping.
Yeah, I met like a cool dude there, but like it was, yeah, I went to the Igor concert. Loved it. Loved the way the stage was set up. Loved how he came up there. Loved like his interactions with the crowd. In the intermissions, man, I heard Solange. I heard R&B. The people that opened for him.
Was there?
No, he just had like it playing like in the back while we waited. But he was supposed to have 2 acts. I don't know what happened with the other act, but he only had the one. And he was kind of like an R&B, like almost an experimental type of R&B vibe to me, of the guy that opened up for him.
So like, wasn't the whole Lord Squad Future wasn't there?
No.
Oh man.
It was just, and I believe that actually that show was the last Igor show. He closed it in Houston.
Hey.
Yeah, he closed it in Houston. Yeah, I went there. It was so nice. It was so much fun. I loved it. I would have bought some merch, but I was broke because I was moving. So my support was that ticket. But I was really happy to say like that was one of my first, because I don't go out, but that was one of my first few concerts. I've gone to a few, not a lot, but I'm glad that it was Tyler. I'm glad if somebody be like, what were your first concerts? Tyler, the Creator. It was nice. I loved it.
I feel like that's how it is with every concert though. It's like not with every concert, but I guess just with choosy folk like ourselves, because I'm not just gonna go to anybody concert. Like, yeah, I could rock with your album, I could rock with your track, but your energy just might not be the same if I go to your concert.
Yeah,
that's why like Black was literally my first concert.
Man, Tyler was running on that stage. Tyler was dancing. Tyler was flipping and dipping. I thought he was about to fall off that damn stage, because it was one of those stages that rise.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, please don't fall. But no, he had it. He plays like some good old tracks. Like for his fans that's been like in it from day one, he played Tamale for me.
Hey.
I know it wasn't specifically for me, but I felt that because that's one of my favorite songs. So it was a good experience. But yeah, I wish it was my very first, but I'm glad it was one of my first. My first was country play.
I take that.
Band Perry. And nothing wrong with the Band Perry. I like, if I die, you bury me in sand. Ain't nothing wrong with them, but you know, it wouldn't have been my choice.
But look, let's hop over to verse 1 real quick.
Verse 1.
So my boy come through talking about niggas ain't really on the type of shit he on. I hit Drizzy and told him I had a milli for him. Pause that real quick. So check this out.
This was pure coincidence.
You feel me? B'Anna recently showed me a post on Instagram recently, just expressing on
all the artists and all the rappers, the current rap, or like we shouldn't say current, we should say like most popular rappers right now, and most mainstream rappers, and how much roughly allegedly, I'm gonna say that, allegedly, how much they actually require for a verse, how much they charge for a verse.
So for the fact that Tyler came through on this one line right here talking about hit Drizzy and told him I had a milli for him, I connected that straight off
of the post that I like
seeing.
Literally just gave him like a few minutes before starting.
I was like, say, hold on, didn't Drake say he won $1 million for
at
a
least
verse?
For a verse?
And look, But for the fact that artists actually that's their lifestyle of saving.
Yeah.
Because branching off from us, the middle class, we save for life things. We save for a house. We save for a car. We save for credit. But them, they literally saving for a verse from a favorite artist. And you feel Drizzy is worth a verse of $1 million?
I guess if you look at it in a business sense,
your time is worth the money.
Your time is worth the money, and you got to look at it almost like an investment. Think about it. It's the entertainment industry at the end of the day. You get a cosign from the person that's popping. Now, it's not their job for once you get that clout to keep you afloat. It's like if they come in and they verse or their affiliation with you gets you off the ground, well, now you need to take that. It's kind of like when we invest in when we invest in a podcast and we buy these items and these like everything that we have here to make our podcast be with quality. All right, well, after we make the investment, now we got to put that work in to keep it going. So it's the same way as when you make the think about it. You know what? You know who I can give a great example of right now?
Who that?
Bia. Bia has been I want to say she started seriously in about 2013 or 2014. Now, Bia first came to my radar with the song she did with Russ back in 2019, 2020. Like the way she was.
Yeah.
Now, it got some traction, but it didn't really move, you know?
I feel like it did.
It paused real quick. Like for Russ, it was fine because it's Russ's song. But it's kind of like you hear Bia, it's kind of like, yeah, I got drip on the floor, it's getting nasty. It's like, oh, who's she? You going with your life. And then she comes back. It's like she had like a moment where it's kind of like, oh, this Bia chick, let's find out more about her. But time goes on. Now it's been about a year to 2 years later. Who she get a cosign now? Bigger than Russ. Nicki. Now that she didn't got a cosign with Nicki, I damn near see Bia everywhere. Everybody keeps doing just a go to the bodega. Just a go to the bodega. And sometimes it is really you making constant investments, constant different networking till that right amount of clout gets you where you gotta be, and you run with it. You gotta run with it when somebody gives you that type of cosign. So that's why I look at it like that. I guess if you want to know if doing a milli for Drake, and think about it, Drake is the most celebrated artist, by award shows and stuff. Because didn't they give him like a big award at was it Billboard or AMA?
I think it was the Billboard.
Was it like Artist of the Decade or something?
It was one of that. That was along the line with I think Trey the Truth and the Baby.
The Baby got nominated? No, he didn't.
Yeah, that was.
He just started popping. Ain't no way he could be nominated for the decade.
Yeah, he would. He
what?
was. Yeah, he was on. He was on the red carpet along with Trey the Truth, Drake. Yeah, the Baby was on there. He got those awards from the Billboards. And I'm laughing because going back on this little description of I hit Drizzy and told him I had a milli for him. So Frank Ocean was supposed to be at the Camp Flog Gnaw Festival for 2019. But instead, he didn't show up, and they had Drake for the replacement.
So that was disrespectful. Which Tyler came on stage and told him about themselves.
Yeah, like, man, fuck y'all. This is Drake.
He
came up here.
And y'all booed him?
Booed it.
The fucking disrespect. They booed Drake. Like, that was so disrespectful.
I would have laughed ass. I would have been that one dude in the crowd like, your light skinned ass lover boy my ass.
I know your light skinned ass ain't talking.
Hey, I'm the new red bone. You feel me? I'm not gonna classify. I'm brown. I'm
he brown, y'all.
Will Smith color.
You know what? No, you like rotini. You
hell
butterscotch.
Not big nose potato motherfucker.
Chill. Why you coming for rotini?
That's my boy. That mean rotisserie. Stop playing with me. Look, we not doing this. We not.
Boy, yo, he got it, boy. It's rotisserie.
That was some rotisserie. That was legit. Hey, man.
I can't deal with you. Anyway,
that line though, that's where I'm connecting it from. That's what I see.
They was wrong for that though.
Hey, but look, you get booed.
Y'all trifling.
But look, Tyler goes on to say with verse 1, I own my companies full. Told him to keep the loan. I told that gold bitch home. Niggas was big.
This is his. I'm sorry. When you said that, I own everything I own. All I heard was, give me my check. Put some respect on my check. Or pay me in equity.
Nah, but like Tyler, that boy, he came in the game as a producer of his own. He
For
really,
real.
everything that
he's built from the ground up. Legitly. Legit. And you know what the thing that you could appreciate, which is, I think, is another thing that you could respect for, especially as him as like not only a businessman, but an artist. He kept the same people.
He kept that same energy.
He kept that same energy. He kept the same people. Now, for all we know, there probably was some people who had to go in the by and by, but for the most part, you consistently see him with Taco. You consistently see him with Jasper. He still talks good about all his other Odd Future people.
Not Deshae.
I said not everybody stayed.
Oh, I was about to say, I remember he was talking about beating up Deshae with a sack of nickels. So
that's another level of resentment.
Look,
I bust you with a bag of nickels
because I was going on his Bastard mixtape and I seen Deshae. And I was like, I heard this name before. He was talking about beating this dude with a sack of nickels, and come to find out he was an ex-member of Odd Future. But to see that they had that beef, dude literally cut his whole verse off that track that he was on. And I laughed ass. I was like, okay, there go the Deshae verse right here on Genius. I'm about to hear him come up next. Next thing you know, it skipped right to Haji. And I was like, damn.
Name your level of petty. Name your level of petty.
I'm fucking with it. That's nice.
That's king shit.
Yeah, feel me. They said I own this. Literally.
Fuck your verse.
But like,
where you at?
I'm at, I took that gold bitch home. Niggas was big mad. He talking about that Grammy.
Yes, I took that gold bitch home. You niggas.
That's the art of manifesting, though.
It really is.
The big art of manifesting. He talked about this in 2009, y'all. He said he was gonna get this shit, and I feel like you put that energy out there, damn shit gonna come.
And if anything, that nomination for Flower Boy was just the
that was the tip of the iceberg.
That was the tip of the iceberg. That was the foreshadowing.
Oh, that.
It was the foreshadowing for him to get it, because I was so proud of it. I was like,
So he goes on to say, I put that bitch on the shelf to let it ventilate. I bought another car because I don't know how to celebrate. Top shelf, nigga. That big boy, that big bitch for all weather. It's never rained in Cali. Came with an umbrella. So I ain't never know them cars came with an umbrella. That's really some real expensive shit.
I think it was a TikTok vid. No, you know what? No, let me lie. Let me stop lying. It was a show called Hacks.
Yeah.
That just came out. It's an HBO original. That shit is funny as fuck. But she got out of her, I believe she has a Rolls Royce. She got out of her car and they got a little hole in the door for your umbrella. I was like, that show you how country bumpkin my ass is. I never knew that shit was there.
Me neither. Like whenever
but
you
I've
go
never
back,
seen. Well, no, let me stop lying. We in Houston. I see Rolls Royces drive
all
around
the time,
but I don't. I've
think
never
there's
been
an
up to
umbrella
one.
in there.
No, but low key, that's smart stuff.
Hell no. What's smart as fuck is me go saying, look, I had a blunt ready in my car for me at the dealership. That's some boss shit. But like, nah, let me stop playing. That's that pina colada talking. But to have an umbrella in your car, that's really like, how much that umbrella cost? You think that umbrella was worth the car? worth as much as the car.
Wait. The umbrella comes with the car?
The umbrella is in the damn car.
So it's a Rolls Royce umbrella.
It's like on the door of the car.
Yeah, it's like right when you open the door and like you just lift and you. It's like a little tube or something. I thought that was just a feature. I didn't know that they gave you an umbrella.
They gave you an umbrella.
It was like, just in case you forget with your Rolls Royce umbrella.
I know it's raining outside, so you got an umbrella on the side of your car.
And there you go.
So
After
like
you spent like this much amount of money, we'll give you this umbrella.
So when it come down the back, the big flexing, we see how much Tyler just loves his cars.
He probably has become a collector.
I would take that. Probably got like vintage little
but you know, given his style, I could see it. His style, his aesthetic, I can see that.
Definitely. What would be your dream car?
I am such a simple person. When I would think of like what type of cars I wanted, I used to want let's look a little casual. I want a big ass, all blacked out, customized Jeep. Mm-hmm. That would be nice. But there was a Mercedes that I used to lust over. Hold on. It's a Mercedes. Hold on.
Beamer, Benz, or Bentley.
Damn it, not that one. Hold on. Hold up. You know what? I know who had one. And I'm gonna get the make and model. I used to want a Corvette Stingray, but I got turned off after a while of just having, just the front two seats. I was like, nah. But what was yours? While I look up mine.
I like the only two seaters because I don't really want much in my car. In my car, I take like anybody could hop in the truck. You feel me? But like,
I wanted a Mercedes S550 coupe.
Ooh.
That's what I used to want. Well, I still kind of want it low key.
Facts. I feel like.
Oh shit.
I mean, that's my track.
I mean, yeah. I think she just released a new project, but we'll touch on her another day. I'm sorry, y'all. We'll click the button.
Nah,
but yeah,
my dream car would have to be a 1978 El Camino. I like that little. It's literally just a front seat of the car, and the back look like it's a pickup truck, and it's the car that T.I. had on ATL. That orange little body head, yeah.
That one.
Yeah, I love that car, man.
You know, if I have to pick a vintage car, you gonna laugh at me. This is where my country bump can really come in. I think it was a Chevy vintage truck. I want to try to find a picture of it. It looked like an old pickup. It really do. It just looked like a old pickup. But they're so cute. They so cute to me for some reason. And I would just get one just to have it all remodeled. Just so I can drive and look.
Drew. No, damn it.
That would be my vintage. You know, that's for my country.
That look like Jeepers Creepers, man. Because we're talking about be eating you.
Y'all, he coming for me. So
no.
I don't even know what the name of. It's like a 1953 Chevy pickup truck. Like I would get it and like revamp it.
Okay.
And just like, just
definitely put a new horn in there. It sounds like it's like
So that would be my vintage car of choice. And that's just for me. Like, just something all nice, cute, and renovated. It ain't for me to go roll around and be like,
press the gas, go 78 in the goddamn 65. You don't want to do that with that one. That truck gonna question you and be like, whoa, what we doing?
Bitch, I'm 100 years old.
But hey, look, Queens and Kings, we are about to transition over to commentary part 2, as well as the outro of the vibes. See you soon.
Bye.
Yeah, you already know what it is, Queens and Kings. We back on commentary part 2. We about to dive into verse 2 of Lumberjack. You started it.
I know.
So he comes through talking about, hey, yo, I might sled in Utah. LA is too warm. So apparently that's, Tyler coming from LA. Utah. What's so big about Utah? We were just questioning that.
Yeah, I don't get what's so big about Utah. Unless it's like you said, like just going for the snow, going for the simple life. I guess a lot of people who, kind of having multiple homes, like the only person that comes to mind that's doing that is like, you don't follow him, but his name's Jeffree Star. And he's from California, but he has a property in Wyoming.
Ooh.
And it's nice. I mean, it's called Casper, Wyoming or something like that. It's nice. It's nothing but woods and country and snow.
See, I feel like if I was on a big flex level and I'm in Houston right now, where I would want to go is New Zealand.
Yeah, you did say that. We asked like all the hyenas where they would want to go if they came across like a lot of money. And we all ended up wanting to go to a countryside, but we all wanted to go to a countryside somewhere else. Like you wanted to go to the countryside of New Zealand. I think Aaliyah just wanted an island somewhere.
I forgot. I remember she put a name out there.
She put a name?
Yeah, it was a name.
I thought she put a name. I know I said I'm going to be in Asia somewhere on the countryside in Asia. I'm going to be in the mountains.
I'm going to come out there and visit you and bro just for the ramen, man. I'm like, hey, y'all take me to the finest ramen bar y'all have out here. Big
Authentic.
Fat. Look, down there in New Zealand, we going fishing.
I can see that.
We got to go hunt for our meals down there.
Where was Des going?
Damn.
Did she just choose to go wherever Aaliyah
go? Yeah, that. But best friend was more so like city based.
Yeah.
She was more so like in US, but like city based.
Did Trey pick something?
Ooh, I think we need to bring that question back
up.
Yeah,
I don't think he did. But yeah, I already know I'm gone. Shoot.
And then look on verses 2, line 2, my boy come through talking about my nigga Tall. He looked like a bitch. I call him Mulan. So apparently we just got done elaborating on this little line right here.
Yeah.
And that just addresses Tyler's homophobia way back whenever he used the word so loosely on words that shall not be said now. But it's the fact that he expressed himself. He basically have that interest and attraction of both man and woman. And basically just saying that his love interest now resembles Mulan. Ooh, a little spicy.
Oh, please don't do that.
What you mean?
That made me think about that one line that I can't stand with Kodak and Chris Brown, Wet.
Now, see, I don't.
A little more spicy. Yeah.
Hell no.
That's where my brain went when you said, "Ooh, spicy."
But it is spicy. My man addressing his man on here.
That's spicy.
And he look like Mulan.
But how is that spicy?
Because it's cross dressed. I guess that's his look. That ain't my style, but that's his style. That's what he fucking with.
I mean, but he didn't say that he actually cross dresses. He just says that he looks like Mulan, but Mulan did cross dress.
That's a reference to cross dressing. If he look like Mulan, you put a man bun in. You take that adventure however you want. I guess. Don't question me, damn it. Don't. We not judging on this show. So they say
defeat.
To delete.
Control alt delete. Oh God. Okay.
So he come through talking about salad colored emerald on a finger the size of croutons. I take that to like Uncut Gems, Adam Sandler.
Big ass. Yeah, that was a great film.
Man, you talking about acting.
That was one of his best serious roles.
I want to say it was more so of a serious role just because he's coming off not a self deal, but like a Netflix contract where he had the free range to be as free as he wanted and creative with his own content.
Right.
And it was more so on the goofy side. But
yeah, it had comic relief, yeah.
That a whole lot of that.
I mean, it's the touch of Adam Sandler. Come on.
To an extent.
You felt?
Yeah, because I'm used to old Adam Sandler, back to Big Daddy.
What's your favorite Adam Sandler?
Big Daddy.
Dead ass?
Dead ass.
Mine is Little Nicky.
That's my mama's favorite movie. But like we got different standpoints.
Yeah. Wedding
like,
singer.
Oh. I mean, but he could sing though.
Man,
Big facts.
he was
Talk
good.
about the many actors
and of course
Waterboy. That
Waterboy.
can sing.
You cannot not like Waterboy.
No, man. Waterboy will always be
classic. Gotta
Big
love
classic.
Waterboy. They just added one of his like newest films. It was pretty funny. Jack and Jill.
Hell no.
It was okay.
That old C grade movie.
It was okay.
Look, big cap.
What about Just Go With It?
Just go with it. I guess so.
The movie.
That's what I say. That's what I give. Just go with it. You just go into the movie and go with whatever happens.
We'll go back on the high. So Little Nicky, that was a good one.
Hey, look.
That was my favorite.
That was like old Adam Sandler.
I love
that. Was Adam Sandler before the big transition, but it was for the better.
Yeah,
it was for the better. That's like when he came out with that Disney movie.
Wait, what was it called? Press? Pause? Oh, click. Click. Was it Click? No, it was Stories. It was. Well, I don't think it was called Story Time. Look, you can tell we didn't watch it. We go for Adam Sandler adult content. Bedtime stories?
No, hell no.
Sandler. Bedtime.
Chill. Don't tell me
bedtime stories.
We talking about story time. Like,
it was called bedtime
the story
stories.
to tell the kids. Like,
so yeah, it was called bedtime stories. Definitely not. I didn't gravitate towards that. I go towards Adam Sandler's adult film stuff. Like, I will jump. Oh, I can't wait for Christmas so we can watch Crazy Nights.
Big shit, let's go.
I hate you. I hate me. That's the Adam Sandler we naturally go towards.
Hey,
sorry.
Big facts.
Sorry.
Oh,
Grown Ups was good though.
The first one. I
want to get chocolate wasted.
R.I.P. Cameron Boys.
Oh, yeah.
Big facts.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and just finish off verse 2 for y'all.
Yeah, before we get more.
So it say niggas cannot fuck with performance of Magic. New one, nigga. So like, man, that's another diss going towards DJ Khaled.
I can see that going towards Khaled, yeah.
Big facts. Well, really, there's several other people that would classify did classify Tyler to be lame. And
yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, what is hip hop to people? What is classified as hip hop to just the normal, not even normal, but just whoever at the time in the music industry? Like, why not accept this brother for the work that he put out there? Just because you go around and be like, oh, nigga, you ain't black. Like, we don't do that around here. Like, what the fuck is black?
What's the stuff they used to like to always call, like, just for the interest of, like, liking Jackass and us liking certain rock music? You're acting white. You're acting this. You're acting that.
How the fuck black people supposed to act?
And mind you, black people have been involved with rock and metal. Jimi Hendrix, hello.
Oh, that.
Chuck Berry, hello.
Ice Cube got a
Muddy
damn
Waters,
song with
hello.
With Linkin Park, I think. So
he do. Ice Cube, Jay-Z do. Ice Cube got one.
He got a song with one of them rock artists. I remember.
I know Jay-Z got one with Linkin Park. Run DMC did it with Aerosmith. Walk This Way.
Yep, the Christmas little mix. They got a little Christmas mix too.
So it's like trying to put people in a box of expression. And the thing about it too, what we got to remember is really Tyler and them were some of the pioneers of the late 2000s going into the 2010s, where they were beginning to break.
That was a heavy transition.
Yeah, when they were beginning to break the molds that they tried to say that black people can be in, or how people can actually express themselves. I mean, in a way, I feel like low key, high key, they tried to box Wayne in. And Wayne also was breaking molds as well. Honestly, I feel like Wayne was
pissing niggas off. That's what that was.
Yeah.
Because he was in literally his own world, in his own bubble, and which you want to spread that respect over. That's why Wayne respected Tyler and his crew just as much as he did, because he literally saying it's the connection of saying fuck everybody, continue to stand on what you believe in,
right,
and carry that shit with all full heart. And for him to give his producers that credit, which he did during his Grammys acceptance, that was my first time seeing the people behind Tyler's work.
Yeah.
And they were white. Yeah. But to see, this is not me judging queens and kings, but just to look at their faces, they really love the shit that Tyler brought into
they
the
look
music
genuinely
industry.
happy.
For real. They was like, they knew that shit was going to work, and they knew the shit was going to pop off.
Or they just did it for the love of it. Knowing that their supporters that they had was probably all the validation that they needed. It was like, yeah, the Grammy is like a pivotal for some people. Like, oh yeah, like that's the beacon. Like, I know it. But if they got some people that do know that the shit just like you said, they rocked with it even before it got to the mainstream status that it is.
And I feel like it wasn't even a gamble like all these other producers and record labels do with their artists. They always put in a gamble out
with
there.
Them, yeah.
With them, it was genuine. It was like there was a post recently on Instagram saying, I love my crew just because it's free. It's nothing that I'm gaining from them, which they gotta earn my love from. So it's like they knew exactly what vision he had, and they trust and believe dude's vision, which is why I really fuck with this track, because more of it being a big flex, it's more so of it's a diss. And it's a respectable diss. It's how Drake go around spitting bars, and you would think he's affiliated, but he's not spreading that energy out there. He just talking about the shit that he gained from being himself. And that's what Tyler exactly getting from him, which is coming off the next line. Like, that's my nuance. Used to be the weirdo, used to laugh at me, listen to me with their ears closed. Mm-hmm. And like with that's still coming off of DJ Khaled's little whatever mysterious fuck he was saying. You feel me? Like, mysterious, my nigga. You like, mysterious, my nigga. Like,
man, no, he's not nowhere near mysterious. He can't. First of all, he doesn't drop any bars. First of all,
bro, he don't do shit. Like, if we want to go back, that's like with Suge Knight addressing P. Diddy being on every motherfucking artist track. You want to come over to a record label and don't have your artist on your track? No, don't have your manager behind your track. Throughout every damn ad-libs, throughout every fucking sentence you got to put on there. That's basically DJ Khaled. Ain't nobody gotta come to your album just because you got every top artist in the motherfucking industry, my dude.
Yep. Like, you know what, low key, what he creates to me is Kids Bop photo.
I take that.
Every time he come out, or that what's that?
You saying my boy DJ Khaled dropping lunchbox meals?
And it's always like he gets a compilation of like a bunch of like top artists of that time to release a new project. It looks like the new Kids Bop, or it looks like the new what's that? You remember them ads that used to come out? It's like, what's hot 79? What's hot 85? What's hot 100? It was them CDs that used to come out. You know what I'm talking about, Dre. You know what I'm talking about.
I just remember Kids Bop. I'm trying to remember the other mixes. CDs I think I remember them little corner store box.
No, it's not a corner store box. It's these CDs. Oh, now that's what I call music. 87.
Chill.
Now that's what I call music. 78. That is what DJ Khaled is now.
And he the best, right?
He the best at being the new reboot of Now That's What I Call Music. That's what it is. If you think about it, who else is doing that? Who else is making compilation records, combining all types of different artists together? Now, granted, yes, that's a market for that. You're making money off that. But it's very generic
Facts.
There's nothing. What moves me is like, honestly, I didn't even go listen to the record. I didn't listen to nothing off that album. The only thing I heard in passing, because I heard it on my playlist, was "I Did It."
That was off his new album?
Yep. Came down and I came up.
Oh, man.
I did it.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't really like that shit.
Honestly, it stayed in my head for a day, and then I was done with it. Especially when I watched the music video, something about the fact that y'all couldn't get Post Malone on it.
Facts.
That did something to
Like,
me.
It was.
Y'all couldn't get Post.
Look, we appreciate the white boy, but we gonna keep him behind the scenes.
My thing is,
Or
DJ
else he would-
Khaled's not even black.
His name is Billy.
But it's like, yeah, I was proud of Megan's verse, which you can say, shake it down there and bend over, let me see it. Like, you know, it's Megan. It's kind of like,
She
okay.
came down on the goddamn
She
parachute.
came down on looking like a blue Power Ranger.
Yeah.
She said, break it down there, bend over, let me see it. I was like, okay, I'm proud of that. And then the little baby came on and was like,
The baby was on there, right?
Yeah, both of them was on there.
Oh,
Little baby
damn,
and the baby.
that was before the beef.
It was. Honestly, you know what? Sorry, not sorry. Megan had the best verse, and I'm glad that they let her go first. She had the best verse. She's what brought me to the song, if I can be completely honest. Her and Post is what got me to the song. But one, I was turned off because Post was nowhere to be seen in the video.
Well, maybe he had a schedule conflict.
It could have been.
I hope so. We're not gonna jump to conclusions.
I low-key don't believe that.
We're gonna say it was schedule conflict, unless they just wanted to make it a pro-black.
He is a higher in demand artist, so perhaps I don't know. But I was turned off that Post wasn't in it. Megan held me for a little bit, especially but I'm trying to win. Okay, how I do it, just know that I did it. Hey, no, my money ain't making you rich. Okay. I was like, okay, Megan, I'm proud of that.
But
and
I
then
thought you was really spitting the verse for me.
Oh, no, I
say B'Anna about to come through on the rip.
She said, talking down on me don't make you the shit.
Hey.
Like, I was like, I fucking love Megan. And then you go into I was so proud to hear that up. I was like, girl, you gotta show them.
That's how
for
you
the
pay
culture.
homage, goddamn
For the culture.
You don't do no shit like Migos did with Papa Was a Rolling Stone.
That was
I'm
diss.
We just really dissing on this. Damn.
Okay, let me stop.
I mean, Tyler was dissing, so we gonna keep that diss energy.
You feel me? But yeah, like, so yeah, when you not doing what's hot now music 2021, then come talk to us. Because other than that,
you hear that, Billy? Accept your name for what you said it is. Billy.
What I think about Billy and Mandy?
Dawg.
Oh.
I mean, like, if you want to put him as a character, then
God.
damn. Remember that time he tried to propose to Nikki on MTV Live?
No.
Hell yeah. DJ Khaled tried to propose to Nikki. That boy said, Nikki, I love you. I want to be with you. I got this. That nigga bought a whole ring. I'm talking about a rock. Put it on live and showed it to the world. She laughed at that nigga.
I was about to say, I knew she was laughing.
She laughed at that nigga.
I knew she was laughing.
Damn,
That's
you hurt,
damn
dog. That's
shit.
some hurt shit.
Wow.
I wouldn't do no shit like that. That's like going on Instagram nowadays and proposing to whoever you think gonna say yeah and be like, look, I know we ain't seen each other in person since like
second grade.
You feel me? But I knew you loved me and I felt it, so
nigga, I wanted your graham cracker.
I just wanted to borrow your crayons, my G. Like, damn.
You had the one with the
I ain't take it that far. Like,
you had the sparkly ones. I wanted those. I can't. I fucking can't. Let's get back on track, people.
Facts.
Where were we?
But he was saying, going back to just like the part where he they used to laugh at me, listen to me with their ears closed, used to treat me like that boy off Malcolm in the Middle. Now I'm seeing 0, 0, 0, 0. That was literally the line that I needed to hear in order for me to put this track on my playlist.
Mm-hmm. He said, I got money.
Exactly. Like, you let your work speak for you.
Yes, you let your work, your creativity, you let that speak for you. Like,
exactly.
All that little extra, like, clout chasing shit that everybody be doing. I'm like, this man has done so much to not give Tyler the credit that he needs, even in silence, even when he wasn't getting enough. Like in the beginning, this boy, not before everybody was doing it, everybody did it, but now you see a lot more people having clothing lines. This boy launched golf years ago. Released shoes a couple of years ago. He had I believe some platform shoes that he had released. Just the Odd Future merch. Like, he had a TV show with Lord of Squad. Like, go sit down.
And what I would want to address on here as well is on a recent interview of Hot 97, I think Hot 95.7, down there in New York and everything, he was saying that it was such an honor to just be at the BET Awards, to have that publicity within the culture. He's never
been there.
Facts.
Tyler has been doing this since 2007, 2008.
And never even got an invite.
Started getting credibility or, more publicity, with MTV and stuff. Was it MTV? No, it was Adult Swim. But by 2009, 2010, and then having Lord of Squad picked up in 2012, and y'all never brought him to the Grammys. I'm sorry, BET Awards. Y'all never brought him to BET. He went to the Grammys first. Never been to the BET Awards. Better than
the BET Awards, because the BET Awards is basically like a big ass talent show to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Niggas ain't doing shit on there besides just lip singing.
And the thing about it is, y'all y'all can go on YouTube and you can look for his BET performance of Lumberjack, and in the title it will say his first BET Awards performance.
Somebody had to give that acknowledgement throughout.
That is sad to me, but it also shows you how closed off the culture was. It really shows you that even for BET, Black Entertainment Network, it showed you how much it tried to box the Black artist in, or the Black individual. Remember, like I said, I felt seen when I saw Lord of Squad and Tyler, the Creator's them team, rocking Vans. I got teased for wearing Vans.
What?
That's what white people wear. That's what white people who skateboard wear. That's what people would tell me.
They call Converse.
Thank you.
Little flash shoe.
That's the shit. That's the shit that I would be told, or I'd be made fun of because I found the humor of Jackass hilarious. Nobody got me. They would just be like, "Oh, you watching white people stuff, or you like white people stuff, and you talking like all that little stuff." And to see Tyler and them, I felt seen. I felt like it gave me hope to keep going, bro. Like, I didn't have to feel like I had to fit into a box. Like, I can really expand. And to me, all that did was show how much y'all did not. Because shit, if you ask me, not only his, we're going to stay on Tyler, but I didn't see nobody do a performance like Lil Nas X ever on BET Awards.
Industry baby, best video
Industry fucking baby. For him to be on stage and make out with his dancer, you fucking right. Yes, sir. Where was that representation? It was not there.
But that was kind of like, I guess, standing with the test of time. Because if they didn't feature Nas X on there, then it would have came back as criticism. And they didn't want that flack.
Right. And you're right. It is a different type of time, as opposed to when Tyler came up from the very beginning.
He came up exactly before the world got soft, the way I say it did.
Yeah.
And that's where he could get away with the words that he was portraying on his early albums of a Bastard and Goblin.
Yeah.
But taking it across overseas to the UK, they got different rules than what we got. So we understand why he got banned from them. But man, he can go back now. So
they lightened up.
Yeah, you see, you stand with the test of time.
Yeah.
But he still stood on what he believed in. And again, like, that's really
it's to stop boxing, like, just because we're Black or we come from Black descendants.
Exactly.
Stop boxing us in, saying like, oh, you can only be into this way, or you can only express yourself
like what
this
is
way.
what is real black to the eyes of the culture? Like what the fuck are we really supposed to be doing out here? Like, I'm not trying to be nobody baby daddy. I ain't even trying to be. I ain't trying to be none of that shit. So like, I'm lame for out here really just handling my shit on my own accord and listening to some John Mayer. Like,
right, like, is that a problem? Or
real.
The fact, like, I could walk around and, like, shit, like, yeah, I could walk around looking like the typical black girl. My hair in poof balls. Well, I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like, what's a stereotype they put black girls in? A sundress or something. I don't know. And I will walk down the street blasting heavy metal music, and I wish you tell me something. I'm going to look you in your face while this motherfucker is screaming, die, 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 die. Like, who are you to box me in? We are multifaceted beings. Music is expression. Art is expression. You should be able to show how you are and how you feel in any capacity. And just being boxed in simply because we're black, that's like not giving nobody the opportunity to live fully, I feel. Yeah, and I think like, this generation has fully grasped and is expanding that. We still got stuff to get through, but
so with this episode, we calling it the evolution of Tyler the Creator.
Yes.
If you could put a little sauce on your views from his growth to boy to manhood, and I don't even want to use the term immature to maturity because he's still staying true to who he is, but knowing just through himself, really acknowledging through himself as I do with my own actions, like outside of just everything. Like back then, like four years ago, it would always be a I don't give a fuck attitude, but it would be me knowing that I don't give a fuck attitude is not gonna lead me nowhere. So I address my bullshit before anybody else come to me with my own bullshit. So with Tyler, it's literally that he know he's becoming the man of a better sense in his world, but through the public, he's still showing a different side of. Not really more so a different side. Like, I lost that whole train of thought, but it's like more so a side of this is still me, but I'm gonna come through on a more leveled self presence. And y'all could judge me, y'all could do what y'all want, but y'all can't discredit these hits.
Right.
Y'all can't discredit this work. So on a big flex, I really fuck with this album. Not even album, the mixtape. I fuck with just his body of work. I appreciate his growth just on levels of you saying it made you feel like you ain't have to hide yourself. You didn't have to put a mask over who Drew was aside from a personality of B'Anna. Like, that is both the same person, just through different viewpoints of B'Anna as an artist.
Right.
Drew is Cajun.
No, because they would have a lot of people be like, who you know doing that? And then I'll be like, Lord of Squad. It's like, what you gonna tell me? What you gonna do? Nothing. Okay. Now leave me alone while I go get my Vans and my studded belt and I go rock out.
I'm saying, a brother can't walk outside, eat his scones, and like have my feet in my slippers.
Shit,
like,
have my tea and just walk around with my bright colors. Like, leave me alone. I want to shine.
Big facts.
Hating assholes.
That's how I take it. That's how look, that's a great finish to me.
It really is.
But look, Queens and Kings, that is Tyler the Creator's Lumberjack. For next week's episode, really, we still testing the sense of relevancy.
Yep.
And if you like and really fuck with what you heard on this episode, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button on our YouTube channel, as well as follow our Spotify page for more content soon to come as we are back on schedule.
Woo. Look,
I ain't gonna lie to y'all, we are going to take a mental health break at least 1 month out of the damn, like one Saturday out of the whole fucking month. So deal with everything that y'all get and savor it like your last piece of fucking chocolate bar coming from the damn corner store.
Not the Willy Wonka chocolate bar with the golden ticket.
But you ain't got it though. You ain't got that golden ticket. So call it for what it is. This is the vibes.
A new way.
You feel me?
Woo!